Morning ladies and gents, hope everybody's okay. Just coming on very quickly just to do this quick Halloween invitation. If you hear any banging, knocking or anything, I'm actually getting work done on the house, so please excuse me. If you'd have your earphones in or if you'd have me on loud, I would advise you to turn me down just in case. Anyway, you're going to start off with a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 10.5, and you're going to score this cardstock at 3.5, 6.5, 7 and 10. Okay, then you're going to take your 2-inch circle punch and you're just going to slot it in and punch a hole out. Okay, on your last panel, and we're going to cover it in the Spooky Night DSP, so I would advise you to put your layer on, which is 2 7/8 by 5 1/4, and punch your hole that way you get it perfectly lined up. Okay, so firstly I've stamped out of the Spooky Cat stamp set, Happy Halloween. Okay, and I've drew, I'll show you if it picks it up, I have drew a circle on there from my 2-inch hole. Okay, and what I've done is I've actually punched this out at 2.5 inches, so it will be bigger than our hole. Sounds awful, that, doesn't it? But anyway, so we're going to stick this down before we do anything else. I'm just using my fine tip glue to go round the circle. That noise is me, it's not me workman. So I'm going to stick that down just over where I've drew that hole, so that I know when that is stuck it will line up perfectly. That's all I've done that for, and it just makes your life easier, doesn't it? Come on. Right, now on the outside, on the first panel, you're going to cut 2 sheets, 2 layers are by 5 1/4 length and 3 6/8 across. Okay, and that will just lay it up nicely on the front there and give us a little border. Okay, and the second one is for the inside panel there. Okay, so I'll just stick them down. Let me just get me bigger glue. Because you know what I'm like for me layers and sticking them down. They go every which way but which they're supposed to. Just undoing this. They have the child safety lids on. Look, I've gone and done the whole flipping bottle. Oh dear. Oh. They have child safety lids on, and even I can't get into them. I get these bottles, by the way, oh, flip, this one's not coming off, from a supplier on eBay. And I do it because my grandchildren are down every Sunday and I do not want them getting into my glue. Okay, so I'm going to stick this one down on the front. So I'm just going round, not too close to the edge because we don't want our glue seeping out anyway. Okay, so this is my front panel, and we'll just give it that nice little border. Okay, use your bone folder if you want. Let's move down on me. Okay, so we've got that on straight. Then we're going to do our inside panel, and I'm going to use this piece of DSP, Happy Halloween, Spooky, Trick or Treat, Boo, and it just repeats. And it's just the opposite side of the one I've used on the front. And again, don't go too close to the edge. And this is just really quick, really simple, or you can make it as hard as what you want to make it. And again, we just want that lovely little border. I hope everybody's okay in these storms that have been popping up here, there and everywhere. One hit us last night. But I think we just caught the tail end of the one that hit the UK. So, right, so on this little 1/2 inch score line that you made, we're actually going to remove that tape. Well, you're going to stick a piece of tear tape or red line tape or whatever down. You're going to remove the backing tape. Okay, you're going to fold that down, and you're going to bring it over so that it comes, I don't know how to show you properly. This line comes over. You want the glue line to meet up with your score line. Okay, so you need that folded over, and you want it to meet up with your score line, and then press down so that you'd have something that looks like that. Looks as though you've gone all ski whiff and not in the right place. Okay, and I'm just going to give that a good score down so I know it's stuck. Okay, but when you actually open it up properly, it's going to look like that. Okay, and when you close it, it does actually close flat. Okay, so then when you open it, it comes across. Okay, now I've cut out of the same DSP, I've punched out some of the cats using the cat punch. Then I fussy cutted out some pumpkins, some witches' hats, and I've got glue on my mat. So I'm going to start sticking all these on, and I need to punch out my greeting for the top. Do I want dimensionals? I might stick these on by dimensionals, to be honest with you. Got a pack started, so we'll stick some dimensionals on our cat. I don't do cats. Some cats are lovely, but I don't do cats. I prefer me dogs. I'm a dog person. Okay, so we'll stick that one there. And we can either have this one facing in the spotty, or we can have it facing away from that one. I think I'll do it like that. And I can put my greeting up on the top. So we'll just have his tail coming over there. Okay, and to decorate our inside, oh, forgot to put my other panel on. What am I like? I'm going to put this panel on there. Spent all that time cutting it out and forgot to put it on. Just a little bit round that circle because we don't want it coming up. Okay, let's get this on in place. I have actually, we don't really do Halloween. We do for the grandkids, you know, we do bits and bobs for the grandkids, but we don't like do trick or treat or anything like that. We just do, I'm going to stick these pumpkins on here, I think, and use my dimensionals. These, what did they call them in America? Jack-o'-lanterns. We just call them scaredy pumpkins. And I want to keep that one. Right, take these backs off. I do fun Halloween, I don't do scary Halloween. Not around my grandkids anyway. We do like a fun. And by fun I mean we all dress up. We decorate the house and we all dress up and whatnot, but we don't do scary. We'll stick them on there, and I'll save that couple over there. Then I've cut out some of the witches' hats from the DSP, just different ones. And you don't have to use dimensionals if you want to keep your card flat. You do what suits you. I just like giving a bit of dimension. And I could have used me smaller ones for this actually. It's not worth getting them out now. There you go. And then at the top where this comes over, I just want to put a couple of, I'll put a pumpkin just where it comes over the top there. Oh, for flip's sake. Just put that over to the side. Stick that there, and our last one, our witch's hat. I'm going to stick over there. Okay, so that's what we look like so far, and now I just need the greeting to go on there. Let me see, I think we'll use that one. I'll clean these off in a minute. and Happy Halloween I can put in the middle of that. So I need a piece of card, very vanilla, because that's the background colour with the spooky night DSP, sorry, is very vanilla. So I've got a piece here. I'll take my, that's off another project I'm doing. I'll take my basic black. Don't forget, tap, 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 twist, twist, twist. I'm just going to do that there. And Mel stamped it upside down. Ah, well, when I cut it out, it'll be grand. Just going to stamp that in the centre. Okay, now I don't know whether the punch will fit this or whether I will have to hand cut it. Let me see, where's my other? Because we have the fancy one now and we have this one. So let's see. Oh, that one will fit. There we go. And we can put that up there. Rough it up a bit. And we actually got through it with no interruptions. They're probably having a cup of coffee. And that just says, a wicked yummy treat for you and Happy Halloween in the centre. And this is our card. And it's got Happy Halloween. I mean, you could always stamp the owl, I suppose, on the side there. What I'm going to do again is get my black, as she wrecks the place. Bet you that way he's all up, didn't he? Just get my black rhinestones. They're new in the autumn winter. I'm going to give the cat some black eyes. I'll leave that. Put some up here on my don't need none on our lanterns, and we don't need none on our witch's hat. So I will give you the dimensions again for that card. It is, your base card is cut at 5.5 by 10.5. You're going to score it at 3.5, 6.5, 7 and 10. Your layers, you're going to need 2 cut at 5.25 by 3 6/8, and you're going to need 1 cut for this panel at 2 7/8 by 5.25, and you're going to cut your 2-inch circle out of it. And as I say, when you filled it up, it does fill flat, and then when you open it up, it opens up, it pops up, and that's what it should look like from the top. Okay, so I hope you give that a go. As I say, these are going to be my little invitations from my grandkids. Just to make them feel a bit more special. Okay, so I hope you give that a go, and please let me know, please tag me so I can see what you've done to yours, or if you've made it a Christmas one or whatever. The link to my shop will be down below. It's open 24/7, and I'll speak to you all probably tomorrow. So have a good day and take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.